My name is Dixon Smith, MRO Sales Manager for ES&E. I'm back in the studio with Kent Planke from the Ashby Company. Today we're going to be talking about the VeriSafe absence of voltage tester from Panduit. Kent, thanks for being in the studio with me again. What can you tell us about this product?
Thank you, Dixon. Appreciate the opportunity to be here. This is it's been out on the market for a little while. It's a product that will actually give you a tester confirming the presence of voltage or the lack of voltage is what the unit basically does.
Now there are other products on the market that claim to do the same thing. What makes this one different?
Most of the products on the marketplace, either customers are really relying on their electricians to put the personal protective equipment on and doing what we call the live test.
Right.
And then some of the other products that are out there are actually voltage indicators.
Voltage indicators instead of absence of voltage.
Tester.
Okay.
Yeah, and the Panduit unit has been added to NFPA 70E's current update as an approved alternative to the live test. The rating on this product, it's got a safety integrity level 3. So the product is extremely reliable in doing what it does.
What types of customers can you see using this product?
A big acceptance in MROs with installing this throughout the plant. Just an extra level of safety before they access the panel, or to let them know that the panel is actually hot. And then OEMs are also installing it on their equipment as kind of a value add to give their customers a little added level of safety, to make sure that they have a method to be able to check it, and really the best method that's on the marketplace right now with this product.
Well, let's do a demonstration and show the customers what this does.
Absolutely. So what we've got here is just a small box with the unit installed. A unit is basically the push button here. I'll go ahead and open up the door to show the other components. You've got a communications cable that runs from the back of the 30 millimeter button to run to the controller, which is really the brains of the unit, and then you've got your wires that go out to your to your power. Mm-hmm. And in this particular case, there's 3 connectors installed, which are insulation piercing connectors with kind of the alligator teeth that pierce through the insulation, and it's 2 wires per phase, as the product, part of its performance is redundancy, so that's why you have two wires per phase and two ground wires. There are other methods to hook it up. If you've got a distribution block, you can do it that way as well. Mm-hmm. This is just one method that Panduit's come out with these piercing connectors. And to show you a demonstration on what this actually does, right now you can see a couple of things. You've got basically a red light on the 30 millimeter there. If you lose a phase, you can see that on the indicator. It'll drop out, showing that you've actually lost a phase. You also have a blue light back here. We're just showing some power on the panel, mm-hmm. and I'll explain what that's really doing there in a second. So what you do is you basically come and push the button, and what you're doing is it's going through and doing a self-check. It's checking itself, it's checking the installation, it's checking phase to phase, and it's checking phase to ground. And it does all that in a matter of seconds. This one's actually operated by an industrial 3.7 volt battery, mm-hmm. Which is IP20 touch safe to replace from the front side. So when you go and perform this test, you simply push the button. It's going through, it's doing its due diligence, and it comes back and it gives you a flash code. There's a handful of different flash codes, and it's actually failed you, which we know we can see the red lights also that there's power. Mm-hmm. So now if I go and turn the power off and actually perform the test again, goes through, does its due diligence, it has failed us again. And what's happened in this case is we're showing some residual power from that blue fan is getting put back on the line. Mm. So if it finds 3 volts or more, it actually is going to fail that's the threshold that's been provided. Okay. So now power's off. We hope the power is dissipated, but more than hope, we're actually going to test it. And the big advantage to this one, and you'll see here in a second, I'm going to push the button to perform the test. It's going through doing its due diligence once again. it comes back and gives a green light, giving a positive confirmation that there is 3 volts or less on this circuit.
Okay.
There's a lot of pitfalls that can happen with some of the other units that you asked me about, and just because a voltage indicator does not tell you that there's voltage there does not mean that there's no voltage.
Right.
It could not be hooked up correctly. It could not be grounded. There's a lot of variables that may be happening. This one is not going to give you a green light unless there is an absence of voltage. Another example I can give here, I'll just flip one of these wires. This is actually giving an example of a wire being disconnected, which we can even actually unplug the unit, so we know there's no power. So you would think it would say there's no power. So I'll push the button. It's going through, doing its checking. It actually failed, and the reason it failed is continuity is part of its self-check. If it's not able to take those all those leads and confirm that, not just the first time, but with that second lead, then it's going to fail safe. Which is basically kind of the name. So it's always going to err on the side of safety. So really, it's what I see is this really leveling the playing field. Whether you're an apprentice, a 1-week electrician, or a 40-year veteran, that this thing is going to give you an extra level of security. And if a customer wants to go in and check with their meter after they've performed the test, I don't think any company is going to frown upon that. It's just giving you an extra level of security, which for the safety of an employee, I say why not.
Right. Great. Well, Kent, thanks for being here today. We appreciate you coming in, and we look forward to selling VeriSafe with you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dixon.